Greetings, guys. Um, I'm gonna just jump right into this. This is part two of the Humorous version series I'm making. Uh, Anyone familiar with this material? Yes, I did make some changes, but I felt the changes were either necessary or, since I'm a compiler and editor, I made changes like perp and defectiveless. Either one, whoever did it did, And I don't make as many changes in the subsequent Humorous versions as I did the Van Menace because I was trying to reconstruct the Van Menace Humorous version from scratch, and I didn't remember what the jokes were exactly. I thought one of the Boss Nass jokes was too over the top, so I kind of replaced it with something. And anyway, that's my first comment. Uh, I thought Timbrel would be better than Tambourine because it kind of would open people's mind up to a more Hebrew instrument, uh, and I thought I could make that funnier than the original, and I made it way funnier, and I thought and I made it so I was trying to prevent myself from reusing the "there's always bigger fish" joke, and I ended up using it anyway, and it made it even funnier. So I hope you guys can forgive that, but I'm mainly trying to keep it the way I remember it, but only I can't remember. I can reconstruct all the jokes, so I have to kind of put my own stuff in there because I don't remember exactly what was used. But I kind of some of it I know wasn't used, but I think it's very funny, so I put it in there. So the Fat Man Super version is the reason why it's like it is right now is because I lost the original. I threw it away because I was down on Star Wars for a while. I lost confidence about whether or not I should like Star Wars or not, whether it would die from religious beliefs or not. But you know what? It's okay because someone has a copy of the original, and as soon as I get a copy of the original, the Fan Master version, I'm gonna keep the most of the beginning of it the way I got it here. But I'm going to use the most of the rest of the original to as it in the beginning of this, put in the end of this. So this is going to be a 40-minute long video for anyone who wants to know how long it's going to be. So we're going to start jumping into it now.
Jab Jab, Howwood, South Carolina 24, int. Glub Glub City High Tower Boardroom Goblin King's Judgment Seat Midnight Sun. Boss Nasty, the Goblin King, sits on his judge's throne, surrounded by Glub Glub officials. Eligon and Obu.
This joke wasn't possible back when the Fan Man Super version was first written because this movie hadn't come out yet.
Eligon and Obu stand before him. Off to the side, Jab Jab sulks, surrounded by guards. Boss Nasty, I know who you are, Thorin, son of Thrain, son of Thror, king under the mountain. Only you don't have a mountain, which makes you nothing, really. You know, there's a price for your head. Just your head, nothing attached. One of the officials leans over and whispers into his ear. Boss Nasty, oops, pardon me. Yusa cannot be's hair. This army of mechanics up dear as you, we saw. Eligon, a droid army is about to attack the Naboo. We must warn them. Boss Nasty, we don't like the Naboo. What have they done for us? We used to be dear slaves. Thosa were bombad days gone past. They think dear better than us. They have dear laptops and dear smarty phones and dear satellite televisions. They think dear brains as big as Einstein. And Issa don't even know who dad is. Obuin, once they take control of the surface they will take control of you. Boss Nasty, Mesa no think so. They not know of Yusin. Lion King music starts up. Obuin, you and the Naboo form a symbiote circle of life in a hoop that never ends.
I quite honestly don't remember. I think what the joke was here was that you and the Naboo form a symbiote oval instead of a symbiote circle. And I think it's too over the top because life is a circle, not an oval, and that's just like trying to bend the laws of reality. So I changed it to something better
OBU
and put a pop culture reference in there, several of them. Plus, threw in some religious stuff down here.
OBU and the Nabu form a symbiote circle of life in a hoop that never ends. When you die, your bodies become grass, and the Nabu eat the grass, or at least their dogs and cats and cattle do. What goes around comes around. Do unto others what you would like to have done unto you, and the world will be a better place. Peace, love, and flowers, man. Boss Nasty, enough of your philosophical mumbo-jumbo. Wessa going to speed yous away. Eligon, waving his hand. We could use a transport. Boss Nasty, Wessa give you so una timbrel. The fastest way to get to Da Nabu is going through Da planet's soar. Now, go. Eligon, thank you for your time. We leave in peace, pose. They start to leave and pass Jab.
That's supposed to be bows.
They start to leave and pass Jab Jab, who beckons to them. Jab Jab, das is sudden use up. Going through the planet soar is disgusting and smelly and dangerous, saw.
That adding "sucked" at the end of words is kind of a corny joke, but I don't know. Some people might find that funny because it changes ordinary words into the self form. I don't know if people find that funny or not. I thought it was funny, I guess, when I first made the joke.
Going through the planet soar is disgusting and smelly and dangerous, saw. Any help here would be hot. OBU and Master, we're short on time. Eligon, what is to become of Jab Jab rings here? Boss Nasty has said to be sliced up and fed to the fishies for breaking the no comebacky rule, but so as not to upset the little kids in the audience. Wesose has said to be punished. Eligon, I saved his life. He owes me what you call a life debit. Your gods demand that his life belongs to me now. Boss Nasty, Rinks, used to have son off so lifey play with dis and hiss and nissen. Jab Jab nods her. Boss Nasty, begun with him. Good riddance, saw. Good riddance, saw. Jab Jab is released, and as the three start to walk away, OBU and looks at Ligon. OBU and Master, what's a timbrel? Eligon, a small hand drum. Hopefully, they are using the name to mean some type of submarine. Let's go. Jab Jab, count me out at this one. Better dead here than deader and osor.
I looked over there because I'm trying to see if my bathroom door's shut, and it's not. Neighbors can't hear me left my head off and the bathroom door shut. If you see flies flying around, I don't know how to get rid of them. I tried the fly swatter, they're just too thick. So
Better dead here than deader and osor.
actually, I'm being merciful to them. I'm not killing them all. I just killed a few, really.
Better dead here than deader and osor. Gods. What may sis sayin'? South Carolina 25 X'd. GLUB City, underwater subfuture. A circular hoop with a head of parchment stretched over it in bells and jangles fixed at it.
Like I said, pay attention to the scene descriptions.
A circular hoop with a head of parchment stretched over it in bells and jangles fixed at intervals around it bursts out of the membrane of the Glub Glub City hangar bay. Leaving.
I always thought that scene was really cool. It was so cool.
Leaving the glow of the settlement in the distance. South Carolina 26 and Timbrel.
South Carolina, it means scene. Scene. Not South Carolina. I don't know why I always read scene in South Carolina. It's ridiculous.
Timbrel cockpit underwater. Obuan is in the co-pilot seat. Jab Jab guides the craft. Jab Jab, this is Nutson. Obuan passes him a package of complimentary peanuts. Oh, 1-1. Whack.
That joke I originally left out because I didn't want to do any plagiarism. I wanted to just try to make my own human version. Try to make it so reconstruct it from scratch. But then I was gonna eventually I found out that I need to line it up with the other humorous versions. So I eventually started adding a lot of the original jokes back in. And now the moderators and the Force Network won't let me won't even let me won't let me continue it because they got other stupid rules. And you know what? All my efforts to avoid plagiarism, I've been accused of plagiarism left and right. But I'm not a plagiarist. I've been avoiding plagiarism and what I've been doing. They told me to change every word to every real life name to a parody name. I did that. They accused me of plagiarism for changing it. It's like I only made this necessary changes to make the human source comply with the rules mainly of the Force.net. Not to, and they still accuse me of plagiarism. They banned me for like 6 months for it. Like, first of all, I'm not a plagiarist because Perp or Darth Vacuum did the same thing that I'm doing. Exactly the same thing. And he made a lot of changes to add jokes to the original Fan Magazine version. I'm not guilty of nothing more than compiling and editing a masterwork. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. It's a labor of love. And I know that Darth Vacuous and Perp, if they are watching this right now, or if they've seen my humorous videos or read my website, they know this as well as I do. And also the other humorous verses I hardly touch, except for to change a few things here and there. Number one, to make it compliant with the Force rules and remove slash, most slash, but also to change the parody names to the real life names, parody names mostly, and eliminate certain things I did. That's the idea. That was how I changed my own to eliminate certain references to certain things that really aren't supposed to be talked about in certain circles, if you know what I mean. Anyway, uh, anyway, so I kind of changed my own stuff, and you know what? I got accused of plagiarism or my threads locked for changing my own material and rearranging stuff that I had done myself. And I don't understand what the problem is for that. That's stupid. I'm just gonna go on now. My tired's over.
Lee Gonfwax, his paddle went upside his head. Obu and Master, why do we keep dragging these pathetic life forms along with us? Here, take over. Whack. Eligon, he's a humanoid with intelligence just like you. He's not a pathetic life form. Jab jab, hey, where was it goin'? Obu and Nastily, why don't you tell us? You're the navigator.
Well, for some reason it stopped.
Whack. Eligon, the Force will guide us. Jab jab, Umaxi big da Force. Voice of Darth Vader, you bet your sweet ear flaps it is. Jab jab, wasadat? Eligon, some heavy-handed foreshadowing. Jab jab, well dat smells stink a whiff.
Now I had to change that because it had to jive for continuity's sake. I had to kind of dovetail together there, and I had to make an alteration of what it was read originally because the way I had it arranged around there before I put the joke back in didn't jive with the way it would have if I had put the original joke back in the way it was. It wouldn't have jived with the rest of it, so I had to change it.
Whack. Eligon, don't strike our navigator. My apologies, jab jab. Obu and some navigator. He got us lost. Whack. Obu and grumbles. Whack. Eligon, don't grumble. I don't like grumblers. Obu and sighs, so why were you banished? Jab jab. Jab jab, because I'm clumsy. I boomed the gasser, then I crashed into the Goblin King's Hablibber. Long story short. Obu and run that by me again? You were banished for what? Jab jab, booming the gasser and crashing into the King's Hablibber. Obu and, oh, never mind. As the sub sloshes its way through the sewer, a large fish starts to follow them. Suddenly there is a loud crash, and the little drum lurches to one side, jangling and ringing its bells fiercely. Eligon looks around and sees a huge, luminous opera anglerfish has hooked them with its long gooey tongue. Eligon, damn the fishies. Full speed ahead. Instead of full ahead, jab jab.
I added that line right there.
Instead of full ahead, Jab Jab turns the craft upside down and reverses it, then the sub flies into the mouth of the creature. Obi-Wan then angrily wrests the controls from Jab Jab and the timbrel is released and
This is entirely reconstructed from my imagination right here. I totally reimagined this whole scene, and I think I did a pretty good job.
Obi-Wan then angrily wrests the controls from Jab Jab and the timbrel is released and turned right side up. Jab Jab, Wessa free. Obi-Wan, no thanks to you. Whack. As the sub zooms away, they see a larger set of jaws munching on the opera anglerfish. The jaws belong to the incredible Sandy Leviathan. The lights on the timbrel begin to flicker on and off in Morse code, and the bells and jangles start playing jingle bells as they sludge deeper and deeper into the soar.
Depper.
Eligon, you know I could think of a
I made a spelling error. It's supposed to be deeper, not Depper.
Eligon, you know I could think of a pretty brilliant one-liner to use here, but nah, forget it. SC-27 and Big Bad Federation Battleship Bridge. Newt and Ruin stand before a hologram of Darth Chin. Newt, the invasion is on schedule, my lord. Chin, that's good. I have the Senate bogged down in procedures. They will have no choice but to accept your control of the system. Suddenly there is a shrill ring. Chin takes out his cell phone. Chin, into phone, yes, Lord Bludgeon, I'm a tad busy talking to my hapless dupes right now. Pause, really? Well, that's interesting. Laughs, well, doesn't that beat all? Well, I have to go, I have pressing business. Pause, yes, you too. Pause, okay, bye. Hangs up, puts phone away. Chin, conted, that was an underling. Continue with your report. Newt, the Queen has great faith the Senate will side with her. Chin, Queen, I'm at Liz. Cell phone rings again. Chin answers it. Chin, into phone, yes, Cameo Valium, I believe the ambassadors you sent have just about completed their mission. I'll give you a full report tomorrow. Bye. He hangs up and puts the phone away. Newt and Ruin give each other quizzical looks. Chin, conted, young and naive. You will find. Cell phone rings again. Chin angrily answers. Chin, what do you want, Lord Bludgeon? Ellipsis ... Oh. It's you, Darth Plagiarist. Ooh, sorry about that. Yes, I'll take care of that as soon as possible. Yes, I will do that too. Okay, bye. He hangs up, puts phone in robe. Chin, controlling her will not be difficult. You have done well. Newt, thank you, my lord. Darth Chin fades away. Ruin, you didn't tell him about the missing Jedi. Newt, what are you, nuts? Let's wait till we have something to report. South Carolina 28 int. Timbrel cockpit underwater. Sparks are flying, and water is leaking into the cabin, and the whole sub is going generally haywire. Then the sound of the power drive drops. Obi-Wan, we're losing power. Unintelligible screaming from Jab Jab. Eligon places his hand on Jab Jab's shoulder. Eligon, relax. Jab Jab is knocked part of the way out. Obi-Wan, I don't think you overdid it, master. Obi-Wan places his hand on Jab Jab's shoulder and knocks him completely out. With Jab Jab out of commission and silent, Obi-Wan is able to concentrate enough to fix the power. Just when the power comes back on, the sub's lights illuminate yet another big monster, the color me crawfish. The sub escapes and the crawfish pursues but is eaten by the Sandy Leviathan. Eligon, okay, I'll say it now, I just can't hold it in any longer. There's always a bigger fish.
That's exactly what I felt. I couldn't hold it any longer.
Just the even bigger fish attack each.
Plus, the basis for a lot of jokes in later humor versions, too, so.
Just the even bigger fish attack each one eaten by a bigger fish than it. Each time Eligon saying, see, I told you, there's always a bigger fish.
That's pretty much a line directly out of the original, from my memory.
Just the even bigger fish attack each one eaten by a bigger fish than it. Each time Eligon saying, see, I told you.
It's supposed to be just then, not just the.
Just the even bigger fish attack, each one eaten by a bigger fish than it. Each time Gon saying, "See, I told you, there's always a bigger fish." Jab Jab regains consciousness. Jab Jab, Wes dead yet? Obi-Wan, I wish. Whack. Gon, head for that outcropping. South Carolina 29, Ext. Tweed Main Road into Tweed Day. The long columns of the droid army move down the main road leading to Tweed, the Naboo capital. South Carolina 30, Ext. Tweed Plaza Day. As the Queen watches helplessly from a window in the palace, a transport carrying Newt Raygun and Rune Viking lands in Tweed Plaza. They exit the transport. Newt, victory. Suddenly a bird swoops down and defecates on his head. Newt, crap. Rune points at him and laughs. Rune, ha ha ha. A bird pooped on the Velcro's head. Just then the Naboo resistance fighter takes a pot shot at Rune and shoots his big hat clean off. Rune, get down. He ducks. A tanker drone quickly dispatches the resistance fighter. Newt, ha ha ha. Now your hat is ruined too. And you panicked while I just stood here. You're such a coward. Rune, yeah, that may be so, but a bird pooped on your head. Ha 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 ha. Wow. South Carolina 31 Ext. Feed Estuary Day. Paradise. Billowing clouds frame a romantic body of water. Pull back to reveal that this is just a mural and the sub bobs up to the surface of an industrial waste pond. Jab Jab, this smells stink-a-whiff. SC32 Ext and UHBOO Tweed Caserta Palace Day. The waterfalls of...
I reconstructed that last line from that last scene from memory.
The waterfalls of Tweed sparkle in the noonday sun. SC33 and UHBOO Caserta Palace Throne Room Day. Queen Amidala.
I don't know why that contrast is so funny. It is.
Queen Amidalla, Simbabler, and 5 of her handmaidens, Sleepy, Patme, Aha, Dopey, Sneezy and Doc, are surrounded by 20 Tinker drones. Captain Kirk and 4 NUHBOO guards are also held at gunpoint. Newt and Ruin stand in the middle of the room. Babbler, how will you explain this invasion of yours to the Senate? Newt, the Naboo and I will forge a treaty that will legitimize our occupation here. I'm assured it will be ratified in the Senate. Amidalla, I will not cooperate. Newt, now, Your Highness, why do you think I said forge a treaty? Commander. Yes, sir. Newt, attempting to sound sinister, process them. Turns to his sergeant, take them to camp.
Process them.
Turns to his sergeant, take them to Camp 4. Tinker drone, Roger. The sergeant marches the group out of the throne room. SC34 XNUHBOO Tweed Caserta Palace Day. As Amidala, Patme and the other 4 handmaidens Kirk and some babbler are led away, Gon, Obi-Wan and Jab Jab see them from a walkway above the plaza. Gon and Obi-Wan leap down and open a can of whoop asterisk on the tanker drones. Jab Jab, Mesa just hangs from the side and be of no help to Yusa. Obi-Wan impresses the ladies with his excessively flashy fighting moves. After the drones are dispatched, Obi-Wan lights a cigarette and asks Governor Babbler if he has any smack. Jab Jab, use it Jedi Bombad. Gon, we should leave the streets, Your Highness. They move between 2 buildings. Gon, Your Highness, we are the ambassadors for the Supreme Cameo. Babbler, nastily, your negotiations seem to have failed, Ambassador. Gon, sings to the tune of Don McLean's American Pie. Their response, it didn't thrill us. They locked the doors and tried to kill us. Your Highness.
Their response, it didn't thrill us. They locked the doors and tried to kill us.
Your Highness, we must make contact with the Republic. Kirk steps forward. They've knocked out all our communications. Gon, where do you keep your transports? Kirk, in the main hangar. Where do you keep your transports? They disappear down an alleyway as the alarms are sounded. Last edit, April 13, 2022 at 6:12 a.m. by Brent Koivo Polo 888. Love is sacrifice. Brent Koivo Polo 888. Administrator. Chief Bard and Guardian of the Wills unit title. Just hired a new admin. Posts 2,886. Member is online. July 26, 2021 at 5:53 p.m. Post by Brent Coivo Polo 888 on July 26, 2021 at 5:53 p.m. South Carolina 35 int Central Main Hangar Hallway Day. Captain Kirk cracks open a side door to the central hangar. Eligon looks over his shoulder. They see several Naboo spacecraft guarded by about 50 Tinker drones. Alarms can be heard in the distance. Kirk, there, or too many of them. Eligon, you're right, this is suicide. Obi-Wan, they won't be a problem. Taligon, come on, Master, we got this. Eligon, I'm not going in there. You do it. Cross his arms. Armadillo, you know, under the circumstances, I think it would be wise for us to come with you to Coruscant. Eligon, are you sure? The last thing we need is a bossy queen ordering us around and telling us what to do. Amidala, there's something else behind all this. There's no logic in the Federation's moves here. They will kill me if I stay. Eligon puts his hands on his hips. They wouldn't dare. They need you to sign the treaty. ARMAPILLOW, my feelings tell me they will destroy me. Face it, Ace, I'm coming with. Eligon, whatever. Captain Kirk, Your Highness, this place is too dangerous. Getting out of here will not be easy. Babbler, I will stay here and make phony transmissions from the planet so that the trading convention can somehow know of your whereabouts even if you don't even respond. South Carolina 36, in Central Hangar Naboo Day. The door opens to the main hangar. Obi-Wan, Jab Jab, Captain Kirk, 2 guards, and 2 handmaidens, Dopey and Sneezy, followed by Queen Armerillo, head for a sleek chrome spacecraft that looks suspiciously like in State Route 71 Blackbird. Some babbler and
That's SR-71, not State Route 71.
Some babbler and 3 handmaidens, bashful, overly shy, and prudish, stay behind with Eligon. The handmaidens begin to cry as some babbler watches them approach the ship.
SR-71 Blackbird.
Dopey, come on, pat me, we can't have this movie without you. Another handmaiden, Patme, comes dashing into the hangar. Patme, I was in the hangar's bathroom. Even handmaidens gotta go sometimes. I'm coming, already. Kirk, we need to free those pilots. Obi-Wan, I'll take care of that. Kirk, who will get out the others to their ship? Obi-Wan sighs, I'll take care of that first. Obi-Wan leads the group to the ship. Guard droid, where are you going? Obi-Wan flashes card before droid's eyes. I am the chief inspector in charge of inspections for the Office of Inspectors, Ambassador of Ambassadorship, and I am taking these people to Karapump. Guard droid, where are you taking them? Obi-Wan, to Corky Chind. Guard droid, wait, that doesn't compute, points at Obi-Wan, you're under arrest. Obi-Wan, the hell I am. Obi-Wan ignites his bright saber and slices the guard droid in half. The other Tinker drones open fire and Obi-Wan deftly blocks all their blaster bolts back at them while spinning, flipping, TWISING. And generally opening up a can of whoop asterisk on every droid in the hangar. Patme, damn, this boy can fight. When all the Tinker drones are dispatched, Obi-Wan lights a cigarette. Obi-Wan, okay, Ligon, you big coward. The hangar's all clear. They all board the ship and it takes off. South Carolina 37, X-Tweet Naboo Hangar Entry Day. The ship exits the hangar. SC-38 X-Space. The sleek spacecraft speeds away from the planet of Naboo and heads for the deadly trading convention blockade. SC-39 and Queen's ship cockpit. Recoily, our communications are still jammed. Whack. Eligon, please don't state the obvious. SC-40 and Queen's ship droid hold space. Jab Jab is led into a low, cramped doorway by Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, okay, this is only place in the ship where we don't have to see your face or hear your incessant blather, and where you can't cause any damage. So stay here. Jab Jab, okie day. Obi-Wan closes the door. Jab Jab looks around and sees a long row of short dome-topped Astropop droids, R2 units. They all look alike, save for their colors. Jab Jab touches the top of one and the droid explodes. Jab Jab, oops. Wanton be tryin' dat again. SC-41X space. The Queen's ship heads closer to the blockade. They are surrounded by explosions. SC-42 int Queen's starship cockpit. Oily, our shield generator's been hit. Whack. Li gone, tell me something I don't know. SC-43 int Queen's starship droid hold. All the droids roll past Jab Jab. As each one nearly runs him over, Jab Jab says, how wooed each time. One little blue Astropop enters an airlock and is ejected onto the exterior of the ship. South Carolina 44X to Naboo spacecraft space. As the droids attempt to fix the shields, they are blasted away and off the hull by the Federation battleship's guns, each making a rather humorous screaming noise as it flies into space. Finally, R2-D2 and R2-XY are the only two droids left. R2-D2 rolls into R2-XY fast, knocking him off of the ship, hurtling him into the endless vacuum of space. He then races toward the repair station, flips a switch that says turn shields back on, jumps back into the airlock and enters the ship. SC-45 and Queen's starship cockpit space. Oily, that little droid did it. Whack. Li gone, there. We just saw that in the last scene. SC-46X space. The ship passes the blockade. SC-47 and Queen's ship cockpit space. Oily, there's not enough power to get us to Koroyat. The hyperdrive is leaking. Li gone, we'll have to land somewhere to refuel and repair the ship. Obi-Wan, here, Master, I've managed to search the entire local galactic star registry in 3 seconds and I've found a planet that might suit us. Patootie. It's small, out of the way, but the Federation has no presence there. Captain Kirk, how can you be so sure? Li gone, it's controlled by Pizza Hut. Kirk, you can't take her Royal Highness there. The Hutts are gangsta superstars. They'd slit her throat for looking at them the wrong way. If they discovered her. Li gone, it would be no different than if we landed on a Federation world, only Pizza Hut's not looking for her. Which gives us the advantage. Start the sequence to light speed. Rick Oily pulls back on the hyperdrive lever, and the stars go into star lines. SC-48X space. The ship streaks into hyperspace. Love is sacrifice. Brent Koivo Polo 888. Administrator. Chief Bard and Guardian of the Wills unit title. Posts 2008. July 3rd. Post by Brent Koivo Polo 888 on July 31, 2021 at 6:16 a.m. South Carolina 49, in Naboo Caserta Palace Conference Room Day. A hologram of Darth Chin is talking to Rune Viking and Newt Reagan. We listen in. Chin, and Queen Amidala, has she signed the treaty? Newt, she has disappeared, my lord. One Naboo cruiser got through the blockade. Chin, sucks in frustration, I want that treaty signed. Newt, it is impossible to locate her ship. Chin, not for a biff. Whack. GL, it's not for a sith. Get your menacing line straight. Chin, right. Not for a sith. Another hooded figure fades in beside Chin. Chin, this is my apprentice Darth Bludgeon. He will find your lost ship, looks down. The sheen on this conference table is ridiculous. Have a bottle of whatever the Queen's servants wax it with sent back with Lord Bludgeon when he arrives later. The holograms fade. Newt, this is getting out of hand. Now. He wants me to search every supply closet in this palace for a bottle of wax, and there are 2 evil Sith Lords, not to mention Lord Plagiarist, who called him on the cell phone earlier. Something tells me Lord Chin is going to murder that one in cold blood after he learns he is nominated for some high political office, but what do I know? I'm just a Velcro of the trading convention. Too low on the Sith totem pole to be more than a bug the future Emperor wipes off the bottom of his shoe after he stomps him to death. Last edit, August 12, 2021 at 6:09 p.m. by Brent Koivo Polo 888. August 3rd. Post by Brent Koivo Polo 888 on August 3, 2021 at 9:45 a.m. SC-50 and UHBOO spacecraft Queen's Chambers. Eligon, Obi-Wan, Captain Kirk and the little blue droid WHO could stand before Queen Armoire and her three handmaidens Patme, Dopey and Doc.
Who could? The little blue droid who could. I don't understand. Oh, maybe they did. Maybe the machine did say the word could. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't hear it.
Eligon, Obi-Wan, Captain Kirk and the little blue droid WHO could stand before Queen Armoire and her three handmaidens Patme, Dopey and Doc. Captain Kirk, an extremely well put together little droid. Without a doubt, it saved the ship as well as our lives. Blue droid blip bloop. Translation, damn straight. AMILOLLIPOP, it is to be commended. What is its number? Blue droid, R2-D2. Kirk looks at a number on the front of the droid. R2-D2, Your Highness. R2, I just told you that, fool. Why doesn't anyone listen to me? AMIDULLER, Padme. PATME bows before the Queen. AMIDOLLAR, clean this droid up. PATME, what? I'm the FR **** Queen and you're making me clean the droid up? You do it, you're my damn handmaid. AMANDALLA, shush. No one's supposed to know that till the end of the movie. PATME, yeah, just keep on giving me all these menial tasks to do and see just how long you stay my handmaiden. AMIDROLLA, continue, Captain. Kirk looks at Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon nervously. Eligon, with your permission, we're landing on Patootie. Kirk, I do not agree with Legon on this. Eligon, you must trust my judgment on this, okay? Queen IMADOLL, Padme, do you agree? PATME, no way in hell am I going to a dirty, filthy, gangsta-infested planet like Patootie. Queen IMADOLL grins wickedly. We will go to Patootie, Legon. Sticks her tongue out at Padme. PATME, when this is over, you're not just fired, you're dead. Last edit, August 12, 2021 at 6:09 p.m. by Brent Koivo Polo 888. Love is sacrifice. Brent Koivo Polo 888. Administrator. Just hired. Posts 2886. South Carolina 51 in Naboo spacecraft main area. Padme sits, stewing with anger, cleaning R2-D2, muttering about what she'd like to do to Queen Amidala when Jab Jab pops out of an open door. PATME, gah. Oh, my god, you frightened me. Jab Jab, Mesa called Jab Jab Rinks. Whosa or Yusa? PATME, I'm Padme. I attend Her Highness until I end her miserable little life when I wring her neck until she suffocates. Recovers composure, you're a glub, aren't you? How did you wind up here with us? Jab Jab, my no. Mesa day started out okie day with da brisky mornin' munchin'. Den, getting scared and grabbing dat Jedi and pow, Mesa here. PATME, can you clean this droid? I want to plot the perfect murder. Hands him the rag and an oil can. Here, take over. Bye. Jab Jab sighs and starts cleaning R2. SC-52 and ANBOO. What the hell? Spacecraft cockpit. Obi-Wan, Eligon and Captain Kirk watch over Rick Oiley's shoulder. A large yellow planet appears directly ahead. Rick Oiley searches his scopes. Oiley, that's it. Patootie. Whack. Eligon, no, this is Coruscant. Idiot, of course this is Patootie. Rick Oiley, there's a settlement, a spaceport, looks like. Whack. Eligon, we can see that. Land near the outskirts. We don't want to attract attention. South Carolina 53, ex-Patootie Naboo spacecraft A. The Queen's starship lands in the desert in a swirl of dust. The spaceport of MOS Epson is seen in the distance. South Carolina 54, ex-Naboo spacecraft main area. As Obi-Wan attempts to fix the hyperdrive, he is banging his head to death metal he is listening to on his brown twisty cord earpiece. Obi-Wan, the hyperdrive generator is gone, Master. We'll need a new one. Eligon, don't let them send any transmissions. Be wary. I sense the presence of a Sith. Obi-Wan, what? You're feeling a Sith. Eligon angrily yanks the earpiece out of his Padawan's ear. Eligon, no. I said don't let...
I just go and let it go to the end of the scene, then I'll stop making this video after this.
I said don't let them send any transmissions, and I sense the presence of a Sith. Obi-Wan, can I listen to my music now? Eligon, knock yourself out. South...
Okay. God bless, and force with you. Live long and prosper. Ciao.